Okay, here we go. Clan battle. This is Storm League. We're against AZLA, which is an interesting name. They got an okay lineup of ships. They got the Moskva, they got the Minotaur, Venezia. They're all pretty decent. Some people like the Zao. Well, they got a Rental Hindi, which is, But the Khabarovsk is usually a pretty good ship, so it's not an easy fight, but we're there. Okay, we're starting off. Take it off follow camera. I am looking at Jive Turkey and Bopham, I believe I got to come with me. Jive Turkey and Bopham, yep. So they're coming with me, everyone else is going towards A. I'm not a huge fan of this map. They're at the moment Bop's talking about where they were going to position between Jive and Bop, deciding which islands they're going to sit behind and try and get crossfire. If they go two different islands, then there's a better chance of getting citadels on an enemy because you've got two different angles going. So that's what they're discussing and working out where they're going. Oh, I just slow down a bit here. I'm like half speed because I don't want to go too fast. I want my torps ready. I'm checking out where my nearest to locate is, which is over that way. Yep, that's where I'm pointing. It's that direction. It's probably the next square over at this stage. But it's hard to tell. At this stage I'm not sure where the enemy DD is. My nearest to locate moves around a little bit, so it's a bit of a maybe not. I like to find the enemy DD, but right here I'd see that nearest to me is that way, and if I can't see them then they're probably a DD. So but my torps are almost ready, so again I slow down because I want to be able to put them at the back of that island if I can get the edge torps to hit that Moskva there. If I show the names, there's the Moskva. So I'm just on the edge. The torps actually go a little bit wider than the green mark, but it'll be kind of close. He's backing away though, so unfortunately it probably won't do that much. At this stage I tell Bopham, who's behind me, that the DD is over there and he's coming up the side, and I ask him to come with me so we can try and knock that guy out. He said that he's a bit slow and he might not get around there, so he actually goes in the other side, so he sticks around shooting that way. But there we go, I spot the dude and I start shooting at him straight away. I get it, take 3 pens on him at the start. I think I get fire. No fire there. And that's my last salvo I get. And he's behind mountains, so am I. He took out one of my guns. It's not ideal, but at this stage I'm not shooting at anything and I'm not too stressed, so I do repair because I noticed that he is turning around. He's actually coming back, and I think that I've got a good chance. So I hit my smoke
generator started,
because I don't want to be spotted because he can cream me, and take a couple of shots. Make this mini-map smaller so we can see. There he is. I took out his rig gun and he rams into the island. Look at that. So I don't normally use my guns, but when it's safe like this and it's a DD, hell yeah. Everything I do helps the other guys who are trying to cream him. He's still in reverse, which surprised me. I was expecting him to go forward at this stage, so those miss. Now he's starting to go forward a bit. So I'm still pretty much on target. He's getting creamed by the other guys. I've done about 7k points. I've done 8k and he's dead. So I don't need to be there anymore. I don't need that smoke, so I start leaving. Get my mini-map up bigger again. There we go. My torps are ready and I see the Hindis over that way, so I send him a torp, and just in case he turns around I send them behind. And I save the last one. I think about going around the back, but I decide that the other side's getting a bit pushed hard. We've lost one cruiser on the other side, and they're pushing up, which is not a good thing. I make the call for them to hit reverse and try not to die. They got the Kremlin pushing on them, which is never a good thing. And so I decided to come in to C. We need the points ticking up, so I head back in this way. I'll probably get radared, but I know that I can sit behind that island on those angles and not get hit. So I'm pretty comfortable I'll be able to cap it without any hassle. I'm also hoping my torps actually hit something out that way. Wildfire's in the Salem. He just used his radar to look for the enemy. He found the Venezia, and that Kremlin just absolutely creamed the Salem.
Engine boost deactivated.
So again, still telling the other side to, back off. You got too many ships coming at you, Try and save yourselves. And my torps missed that guy. He's in the middle of them. It was always a bit of a Hail Mary. But I got this guy coming this way, so I decided to throw my torps out there. And I use the island to stop myself. Sometimes you just got to hit the brakes where you want to hit the brakes, At the moment, the angle from the Hindi shouldn't hit me, but the island pushes you out a little bit. That's why I went backwards and forwards again, just to stop that momentum going outwards. I get radared, but the Hindi's almost down, and he's so close. I think he's burning. And he dies to the shells. I'm still radared, but that guy can't hit me. There's no way he can hit me from there. The island's just in the way. So we get the cap. We need those points ticking up. It's pretty vital at this stage. We've both lost 2, but they've lost their DD, which is going to make it harder for them to recap. Obviously, I don't want to go out. The radar's on me, and I just get absolutely creamed. So wait for the radar to drop off. And I try to get out, but if you have a look, I just nudged the island, so I had to reverse. And now I'm going out again. I should point out that during these videos, the add-ons I'm using actually don't show up. This is a replay, so it's just basically the recorded game data as opposed to any add-ons. So I have the add-on which shows the HPs without me having to push the button, so at the moment I'm holding Alt down. Otherwise, I can't see the names and hit points and that sort of stuff. Well, you got the hit points a little bit, but can't tell what the ship is and stuff. So I smoke up, hoping to save Bopham some vital hit points. I call the torps, but they're not near anyone. So they're going for that guy, the Minotaur I think it was, but he goes behind the island. And at this stage the Mosky decides to come out, and he's just at 5.5k. Man, my dissection is 5.6, so I'm pretty much screwed. He radars me. I throw 2 banks of torps at him, and I'm just trying to dodge shells at this stage. It's not looking good for me at all, but I'm trying to live best I can. But also, while they're shooting at me, they're not shooting at the other guys. So my torps hit, which is perfect, and kills that guy, and then they can focus on the Minotaur. I look at the map and go, holy dooly, we're losing A. We've got basically 1 versus 2 at the top at the moment. We got Rabbit versus 2. Hopefully he can get that Venezia who's broadside, so he switches to AP at this stage, I'm pretty sure, and changes to the Venezia. And shortly after, which is there, we notice that the Zhao is there as well, so that's 3 versus 1. So we're like, yes, Rabbit, go son, kill them all. In the meantime, the other guys, they need to push on the Minotaur and cap B. That's the instructions they were given. So there he is. Look at that, 1k left. Wow, that was pretty disappointing. Like, it was a great hit, and I thought, yes, he's dead, but no, he's not. And we're like, well, your secondaries will take it off, but he puts one at it and it misses, and we're like, oh my god. So he's like, screw this, gotta kill this guy. So he throws them both, and he's going for the ram, but in come the torps. Look at that. He gets one, he gets two, there's more coming the other way. It's a bit of a mess. It's like, oh my gosh. So we got 2 ships left, they got 3 ships left. These 2 guys are chasing down the Minotaur. The health is still pretty decent because they didn't take a lot of fire over at sea, and when the other 2 were focusing on me, they also weren't taking fire. But the battleship's pushing up. They got Cyclone at the moment. Cyclone's 12k detection, and so we're hoping to move away from the Kremlin enough that he can't actually get a good hit on anyone while still killing the Minotaur, which is vital. We got to kill that guy. And there he is, he's down. Fortunately those torps weren't near him, so they did well there. But, and I'll do the minimap down. In comes the shells on drive. Oh my gosh, that was a heartbreaker. Took him down big time. You know, that was probably about a third of his health, between a quarter and a third. So the call is to get in the cap. We need the cap, and we also need to try and whittle them down a bit, basically. So Bop goes into the cap, which is awesome. They spotted at the moment from the Kremlin. He was like 11.7, so yeah. The Zhao starts firing, so Zhao spotted. The call is to focus him. He's got less hit points, he'll be much easier to kill, so they're both focusing Zhao at the moment. Drive's doing his best to dodge everything because he's so low, so his job is to run. They're still focusing on him, which is good, and we can get the cap. We lost the
enemy is about to win.
We lost the cap then. It was probably like 1 to 2 seconds off, but it's okay. He's on the Zhao, he's whittling him down, nosing at the Kremlin. That's the most dangerous one, and boom, Zhao's dead. So right here we look at the points and we're like, we're ahead. He's got, you know, 3 times the hit points, so the call at this stage is to ram. We're like, there's no other ships around, we're ahead in points, and ram. As long as the Kremlin dies, it'll be awesome. So here it goes, here it goes, here it goes. And kaboom! And we won. We won, just like that. That was awesome.